Yeah, welcome to the Daily HiFi podcast. My name is Chana. With me, we got Mr. Joe and Tell right over there.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy? What is
Said
going
yeah.
on? Yeah. Happy Tuesday, everybody in YouTube land. What's up, Wendell? How are you doing, buddy? Glad to have you. Yeah. Another week, buddy.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this week? Hey,
Yeah, man. It's starting to get hot over here.
dude.
Crazy, right?
It's hot as shit. Oh my god. I should open up a window. Is there a breeze? I don't think there's a breeze.
Yeah, let that squirrel in.
Oh, dude. That was the craziest thing. That little squirrel. Man, it's that same one. My mom feeds it, right? My mom leaves she leaves a bunch of crumbs on the there's a little pond, and then there's this little walkway and a little platform and a table. She leaves it all there. So birds come in. All this stuff comes in, 3 different squirrels, but there's one fatty squirrel. That was the one that walked in here. And this whole house was remodeled, right? So there was a big old plastic tarp from here all the way to this area here, right? And you could see the squirrel. One day, I looked downstairs and the dining table was back there, and I was like, what is that noise? And that stinking squirrel was running around on the table, because the entire house was open. It was just tarp, right? All this was wood, where I'm facing. This kitchen was being remodeled, so it was really wild.
Do you sit and watch the squirrels?
No, but one of the times I was working on upstairs, and then I just kind of looked, and he's just sitting on the balcony, eating, chewing on some.
So you are watching the squirrels.
I mean, I see them, yeah. What's up, guy?
I don't know. Seems like a thing to do. You're bored, you just sit there and watch squirrels.
Yeah. I mean, I like dude, we got 30 fish in this pond, bro. It's actually pretty impressive. They're some of them are huge too. They're this big now.
Oh,
yeah, we get them. They're this big, and now they're we get them they're about an inch and a half long now. They're double the size, 3 inch, 3.5 inches.
I see.
But we don't see them sometimes. They hide underneath the rocks and stuff like that.
In the squirrels, they were married.
What?
The squirrels, they were married. The Milton
what are
guy.
you talking about?
You don't know?
Oh, Princess Bride? Oh, dude.
No, not Princess Bride. This from Office Space. The guy is
Milton.
One more time, and I was watching the squirrels, and they were married.
Dude, that was hilarious. It was in the square, then they were married. I would burn this building down.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, man.
What's up to the folks in the chat? What's up, Wendell? What's up, K-Man?
What's going on, fellas? I see more people watching. What's up, everybody lurking? You can say hi. Yeah, there's 10 people watching. We got 2 people said what's up, so there's 8 people lurking. That's the basic math, right? There's hey, what's up? What up, lurkers? It's all good. You can say hi too. Hi. Dude, so I dialed in that subwoofer with the Magic Beans and Toolkit. It sounds pretty bad. It sounds pretty bad.
I was a little confused as to what you did exactly on the video,
Oh, yeah. What were you confused about?
Because you aligned the sub, but the rest of the frequencies were below the line.
Yeah, because we can't EQ for anything else, so it's just kind of that's why I'm hoping to get.
There's also that button that says the 10 dB. You should actually make that not default, but the 10 dB, if you uncheck that, it'd probably want you to turn your bass up higher. Basically, no matter whether you can EQ or not, you want the high frequencies to hit the line, and then whatever that says, the bass frequency should also be above. And also, the other thing I was kind of confused about is you chose 120 as the crossover, but I think the crossover on those SVS is 80 hertz.
Yeah, that is 80.
Why not choose 80 for the crossover?
For the sub? I don't know. Why do we do it in home theater? It's the exact same thing as home theater. We keep the mains at 80, and we keep the high pass filter on the sub at 120.
Come on, bro. You know this. You know why? Because there's the base management crosses over 80, and then LFE is 120.
Yeah,
that's a separate channel completely. We're not talking. That's not a crossover.
yeah.
You know, that's just the crossover. That's like the point where
That's the filter where you want to stop sending information to
LFE.
the subwoofer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. The LFE channel
You
will
don't have
most
LFE on that
likely.
thing, do you?
What's that?
There's no LFE channel in there, is there?
No. But I'm saying an LFE channel would, in any kind of multi-channel mix, would already be like capped at 120 anyway. Like they don't usually let, especially with Atmos mixing, right? Because I got an error on one of my things saying there's full range. We noticed full range signal in the LFE, so this thing got bounced back. So you have to put a 120 on that for Atmos music anyway. So I would imagine Atmos movie would be the same. So yeah, I mean, I can fiddle with it, but I don't really.
Yeah,
it sounded great.
I would say 80 hertz makes more sense. 120 only makes sense for
AVRs
for use with AVR for the LFE channel. I mean, it probably doesn't sound horrible. Right? At the end of the day, you're just gonna have a little bit more overlap where the speaker and the sub are both gonna be playing 120. I mean, is it technically less correct for that? Yeah, but is it the end of the world? No. You know, like in car audio, you do that a lot on purpose. You actually do a little bit more overlap. Like one rolls off at 80 and the other one rolls off at 120. Like that's a normal thing to do, but that's if you can go in there and actually make sure that everything is appropriate and you make adjustments according. On that, I think you just are very limited in what you can do, but you do have what is it, three bands of EQ on the SVS?
On the SVS, yeah. I'll just on the sub, not on the speakers. So
you could if you wanted to. It's very limited, but it's better than nothing. You did a calibration with Magic Beans, and you did the stereo mode, right? And you asked me, and I said, yeah, that's a good way to get an idea of like what the sub level should be.
Right.
But if you wanted to actually do some EQ, you could do a 2.1.
2.1, yeah.
In Magic Beans,
and then do the sub measurement at the main listening position.
Yeah, right? and then for the export, you would just choose generic and use 3-band, and it'll tell you the 3 bands of EQ you can use.
Okay, yeah. I think one of the other issues is that I don't actually sit in the main listening position, right? Right. I just put a chair there to make it seem like a couch is there. But then now I'm off to the side when I'm actually doing it. So I'm like, I don't want to get into all that nonsense. If I, the one thing is though, like I do want to add. So the next step would be to then be non-powered speakers, right? So then I'm looking at that WiiM Ultra because it has a lot more. Because you see this video is doing great. 2 days, 9.4 thousand views.
It's a big difference once you move to the WiiM.
Yeah.
Any like WiiM amp. Now you have 10 bands of EQ per channel, and then the magic is that you can always add more delay to the main speakers so that it's perfectly time aligned to your sub. And there's actually stuff for the sub also where you can change the delay on the sub itself, the polarity, the phase. That I don't remember the exact details.
That like I open up the app just to like poke around in there. That's a very robust app for like, dude, every subwoofer should have this. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing here?
The WiiM stuff, I love the WiiM stuff. It makes me so happy to use it.
Does WiiM just have like WiiM processor that they could put in between all these hi-fi gear people's things? Like, that seems like a no-brainer to like time align subs if you have a 2.1 setup, especially with these guys with all these like stacks of rail subs and shit like that.
Yeah, they don't want to do that though. Well, like their time alignment actually works pretty well, but I wouldn't use their EQ. WiiM's auto EQ.
No, I'm saying with Magic Beans. I'm saying using Magic
Beans and that. And now we're talking, right?
Now we're talking like next level.
Because there's a capability. You have the EQ functionality.
Right.
It's just that their auto EQ is not so good, but I'm so happy that they give you the functionality on a device that's so inexpensive and it looks awesome. It feels great. I don't know. I
Well,
love
the new
these.
one's like $550, right? So that's like cheap AVR territory. Or
Which one is $550?
the big one, the new one.
What are we talking about here? Let's see.
I don't know. Whatever I saw the other day. WiiM Amp Ultra, $529. Sorry.
Yeah, I think they're just going up market because do you need the WiiM Amp Ultra?
No.
I mean, I have a WiiM Amp Pro, and then I also have the WiiM Amp, like a separate amp. So that's like if you need extra power, and you just have extra money.
Yeah, I think 100 watts per channel is a bit better. If I'm going to use
compared to what?
Like the 50 or whatever is in the amp.
Yeah. Basically, if you had a WiiM amp so there's a WiiM amp Pro, and the difference is that one has the post filter feedback, meaning doesn't matter what speaker you put on there, the response of the amplifier is going to stay perfectly flat. Does that matter in the whole scheme of things? If you're going to EQ anyway, maybe
really.
not. But that's one where if I had the choice, yeah, I would prefer the one where the amplifier stays neutral.
And that's on the Pro and up.
What's that?
That's on the Pro and up.
Yeah, WiiM Amp Pro has it. The original WiiM Amp doesn't. But the original WiiM Amp has AirPlay support. You're an Apple guy. The new ones don't have it. So like that's a big one for a lot of people. If you have to choose, it's like, oh, do I want the speaker to be more accurate or do I want AirPlay support? Like you can take your phone and just AirPlay to it.
I mean, I'm going to be using it in conjunction with the TV. So I'm going to send everything to the TV. It's ARC to the Winamp. So it's not even a...
Except for the fact that if you ever wanted to just listen to music and not watch TV, keep the screen off.
Oh, like turn the screen off.
Like, if let's say you're doing some whole home audio, you have like a guest over, you just want to play some ambient music.
Well,
you want the TV on?
Wait, hold on. Time out. Wait a second. No, wouldn't it just be... Are you saying if I wanted to just play something Spotify and I had a WiiM amp upstairs, one here, one outside, or one in the kitchen, I can't use it if they all don't have...
You could. If you use Spotify.
Yeah.
That's
what I'd be using. Like if we're having parties in here and shit, my mom's just putting on fucking some YouTube shit anyway. Right? Like some Sri Lankan songs for like 4 hours, some ungodly, ridiculous thing like that.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, it's handy to be able to play music to it without having to turn on a TV at times. If you have it via HDMI ARC and you have your Apple TV or something like that, then you can always play music that way. But it's just it's something to consider.
I mean, I'm also doing
the Ultra is just a step up in power.
Right. Step up in power. It's got a screen, if that does it for you.
It looks cool on video, huh?
Yeah, it looks cooler on video. Yeah,
the screen looks really cool on video, and I like having it just because for the coolness factor. Like, oh, that looks great, but as actual usability, it's too freaking small from a normal distance.
Oh, for the screen. Oh yeah, like that. It's like almost a desktop thing, right?
A desktop. Oh, that would be awesome because then you can go and touch it and just change.
Yeah.
Change stuff on it that's a cool setup. The WiiM Amp Ultra on a desk. Dude,
yeah.
That's a cool setup.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking is I actually had a really nice like 2-channel amplifier, but they needed it back to go for the Florida audio show. I don't know if they're going to send it back to me. But I mean, that thing was expensive. It was like 10 grand or whatever. But I never even got to like make a video about it, whatever. They can send it back or not. I don't know. I was going to use that for the next step because I feel like for those towers I need a minimum 100 watts per channel for the towers. At least that's I would want to put that kind of power in there.
Yeah.
What are if we are now? Here's the thing: these speakers are 6 ohm. These output ratings are like 100, 8 ohm, 200 for 4 ohm. Is 6 ohm 150 or is it more complicated than that?
I think Class D kind of works out like you're saying. Like before, it was like, oh, at 8 ohms, it's this, and then at 4 ohms, it's double the power. Kind of like that. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Does it scale? I think Class D, for the most part, kind of does scale like that.
Okay.
What is this here? Wendell says, Joe, you had told me to turn the LPF all the way up on the SVS sub. Is that still correct? When you're doing measurements, like for the purpose of measurements, I typically try to turn the low pass filter as high as it can go, just to get like the entire response of the sub. So if there's some weird stuff happening above 120 hertz, you probably want to correct that and then still apply the normal 120 hertz filter just to make sure that none of that weirdness comes through audibly. So for measurement purposes, yes, but once you have everything dialed in, then you turn that all back to 120. What else? Your video is good today. So far, so good. Fingers crossed.
What do you mean today?
Remember last week your video was.
And
the video. This video there. So fingers crossed that it stays looking like that, because right now you're nice and crispy.
Extra crispy.
You're very crispy. Yes.
Yeah, I'm doing that 1.8 G Master 35.
Stupid. You're dumb, bro.
I even put on this light back here just to get that one, just to get a little pop.
Yes.
Did you see? You know what's funny about my video? Because the sun goes down, right, and you could totally see it in the background. Here, let me show you. I thought it was hilarious. I'm like, oh my god, that's the coolest thing, because it gets like super dark. If I'm sitting here and where is it at?
Sounds much better out of the box, although WiiM has much more ways to adjust EQ. I'll take the EQ all day. And because I'm running the WiiM App Pro in the bedroom with those Larson 4.2s.
The Larsons.
Yeah, they're not super accurate, but once I dial them in, man, it sounds good in the bedroom. You've seen, I showed you last time you were here.
Yeah.
For a bedroom, it's pretty dope.
How do Dope. All right, let's see here. Let's turn this volume off. Yeah, this is so cool. Hold on. Where is it? Window. StreamYard here. Final Cut Pro. Okay, share. All right, you see this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this.
Oh, there you go.
Boom. So at the end of it, we're like, here, it's all dark and shit. It's cool, dude. I love filming here now. It's great.
So what did you decide is your new intro method? Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing.
Let's find out.
What's your new opener?
I don't know, man. AI
lean in. That's your new thing. I'm gonna start soon. All your videos start like.
Come here. Let me. You gotta draw them in, bro.
Get over here.
Scorpion style.
That's you.
I don't know, man. Just trying to make these videos, bro. Fucking.
I can't say nothing. I haven't made any video, so
I know.
Your video is,
you know what's funny?
A billion times better than the one I didn't make.
Somebody's like, bummer. I had each item in the cart, tried each code and on the items, and no luck. Which this video came in my feed yesterday. So like he was trying to buy the things. Yeah. But you know,
what was it that he was trying to buy? What was on sale?
Spatial audio calibration toolkit, Magic Beans, bro.
Oh,
Come on, man. True Target was on sale. Magic Sacked was on
what?
sale.
Usually, if I'll tell you a little insider thing. If somebody misses it, and like sometimes people are like, oh, dude, I just missed it. If you shoot a quick email, and you're nice about it, we'll do something nice. I'm not promising that we can offer the sale price, because if you missed the sale price, but sometimes
we want to honor the people that bought during the sale, so we can't just offer you guys like, okay, well,
that's
or
why you gotta follow. Speaking of what's not on sale, you want to know what's not on sale right now?
Me.
You.
What? I can't see that. What RAM?
These NVMe's and SSDs and memory. What the heck?
You down with SSD? Yeah, you know me.
Have you try to buy something right now? Oh
Why?
my goodness! It's just funny because I bought these NVMe. I don't know, a couple months ago.
4 terabytes of 645. All right. 2 terabytes of 366. That's a lot. 2 terabytes should be around like, what's that?
All of them are like that. Look at memory.
I heard RAM is crazy right now.
Yeah, so all of it is getting up there in price.
What is it, DDR5?
Freaking AI, guys. Because AI, it's all your fault, Chana. It's all your fault. You guys using AI for everything?
Right. Hell yeah.
That's why hell yeah.
Hell yeah, you should be. You're not. If you're not, you're fucking missing out, bro. I don't. Do you know? I the last like 3 videos, I compiled all this stuff into Claude, all this data, and boom, 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 boom. It just pops out this thing. Here's what's working. Here's what's not. And they're like, well, it depends on what you had on screen. So I went through the biggest drop off in my audience retention from the videos. I just went in and took a screenshot every second. And so now it knows what's on screen. Okay, it's like, okay, now don't do this, don't do this, do more of this, do this, don't do it. And then like, dude, that's just, my retention graphs are like now dropping off little and then going across and then drop down and across.
Dude, yeah. So that's a smart way. By the way, the video just kind of went a little bit worse quality right now. And it's
because you were dissing AI. You were dissing AI. That's what happened.
It is about 25 minutes in. So maybe it's like a time-related thing for some reason.
Maybe.
So like it started off super clear. Now it's all
a little weird. Pixely.
Bro, we're gonna change that out. You're done with that sponsorship.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I didn't pay for it, so.
Exactly. So, time to change it out. It's enough of this. It can't like how's it clear for 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden not.
I don't know. I'll tell you this much. So it's still right here. I haven't moved it, but I was trying to play Call of Duty like over here, and I got my ass handed. There's so much lag. I got to put that thing back over there because there's like a ton of lag now playing the game, so I couldn't even play it.
Or we change it all out. And then let's do it right.
Okay, fine with me.
That's you're a do it right type of guy.
Doing it right.
Right.
We're gonna hear a lot of that.
Spending money to do it the right way, and never have to think about it again.
Yeah, that's definitely a good idea.
As of right now, we're thinking about a lot.
Yeah,
I got you, bro.
What do you call it? You know what I think. What do you call it? I think we should do something next week. Okay, next week I won't be here. I got a wedding.
I mean, you will be here. For anybody who thinks they can just roll up into the house, you will be here.
Oh yeah,
or you might not be here. Who knows?
Yeah. Good luck finding the place. But don't worry. People are still here. I just won't be here. I got a wedding on a Monday.
The freaking squirrels will be there for sure.
The squirrels and the fish, the kois, they'll be here. Yeah, I got a random wedding on a Monday, so I don't think I'll be here on Tuesday. But I think we should make a video about Dirac art and the AV10 in the studio.
Okay.
I think we should do that like the first week of April. like as soon as I get back.
Yeah, I need a video for my channel too.
Yeah, so we can do something on the 1st. Why don't you come over on the 1st, dude? It's April Fool's. Wednesday. And then because I gotta leave for Expona on Thursday, the 9th. So I want to pop that video out on like the 6th or the 7th.
Okay. It'd have to be early in the day. Anyway, Marv says hard drives have doubled nowadays. Yeah. It's all this AI stuff. Remember when you were clowning me about the small drives?
Yeah. Still will.
Yeah. This is guy
last week. I have a pretty good memory.
Nas compares, and he had a whole video talking about whether you should get a bunch of small drives or a few big drives, and he kind of talks about the pros and cons. So that got recommended somehow. Who knows why? But yeah, man, I've been enjoying messing around with the NAS drives, NAS devices. I'm starting to think about them more like computers now, right? So that's why I needed these NVMe's.
Oh, that's why you got
certain things that you have to run that can't be on a hard drive, like stuff that requires access to a bunch of small files that are reading and writing a lot. With a hard drive, the freaking, the thing is constantly seeking because there's actually physical moving parts and it's slow, right? Even if your max speed is fast, it's the small files where it has to keep going back and forth, seeking through that thing. It takes a long time. So you have to use SSD for that.
SSD. Yeah, me.
If you're thinking about it kind of like you were, like just maxing out the space, that's like equivalent to just getting an old computer, old Pentium 4, and just getting the biggest hard drives. Like, okay, that's one thing. Yeah, it'll do that. But if you want processing power, now it doesn't, who cares what the size of the drives are? You need more, like, you care more about the processing power, the amount of RAM it has. Does it have GPU and NPU hardware support for whatever it is that you're decoding or encoding? Like, those things are more important than actual drive size. Anyway, what else? What can we talk about that's home theater related? I feel like all this is kind of related in some way because as I'm doing all this stuff, setting up Plex, things like that. I mean,
I was enjoying last night. I got home, dude. I had a pool day with a buddy in downtown LA. It was awesome. And then I got home at like 10 p.m. I just started watching shit, man. It's great. Just fucking relaxing and not doing a goddamn thing. Just watching, like, catching up on an old Netflix show. Season 4 is out, so I went through. I'm like, wait a second. I bet you if I watch the fucking beginning again, some other shit will like click in, and sure enough, it does. I'm like, god damn. And so yeah, just that's right.
That's your impression of dial-up right there?
Yeah.
You don't remember how it actually sounded?
I forget.
What else? What else we have here? Falcon says DefTech recommends set towers to large and keep large with sub and LFE plus main. Yeah, you could do that. It's DefTech. They kind of have built-in subs though, powered subs.
So
it kind of makes sense. They're like, if you want to make use of these,
yeah,
gotta use them as full range.
Right. So like you can actually, they have a LFE input on there, right? Even on their center channel, which I don't what is it? How many sub outs do I have to have now? So I don't know. But here's a question. Should I do, since I have a pair of bookshelves and a pair of towers, should I do the bookshelf and the towers or just the the bookshelf and a sub or just the towers?
What? Bookshelf and sub or just towers with no sub?
Yeah. I guess that answers the question.
Come on, bro. What would your advice be to somebody who said, should I use just the towers or bookshelf speakers and a sub? What is your real answer going to be?
Well, I mean, it's a cost thing, right? So like you can get the sub and the two bookshelves for the same price as the towers.
No. Exactly. See, this is the correct answer. There's no it depends. Joshua has the correct answer. Always do towers plus sub.
I always do
Yeah.
towers.
Plus sub, right?
Yeah.
It's not either or. It's towers and sub is the answer. I don't know. Were you really considering that as an option, like no sub and just towers?
Well, if you think about how much the cost wise, like if somebody's like trying to get new into this, like they could either do bookshelves, add the sub, right? Or if they had enough money, like the bookshelves are what, like 900. You can, any bookshelf, like even the cheaper ones, like 500 a pair, like the ELAC ones. The towers are double the price, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you're going from, let's say 500, and let's say the sub is 500. You're going 1,500, or no, you're going 1,000 because 500 a pair, right? You're going 1,000. So now if you're, trying to get the other thing, you're paying $1,000, maybe more, 2,000. It's a cost thing, right?
Okay, so you're saying realistically cost, because you have them both.
I have all the shit. I have fucking 13 goddamn speakers. I don't know. Like,
I guess I'm saying you're not gonna not use a sub.
Right, because I have it here. I have I have 4 subs in this house. I got the PB1000 Pro. I got the SB5000. I got that fucking 12-inch ELAC, and I got this 15-inch per listen. Right? Like I just have shit. But like realistically, if it's a consumer that's like, hey, I want to,
my real advice is, I think ideally, bookshelf speakers. Well, ideally, you'd want towers all around you. But we're not you. You don't with like your setup in the studio.
Yeah.
With everywhere you look is a tower speaker. No.
Yeah.
Next best alternative. So it's that what I just said plus subs, multiple subs. Next step up would be all the same bookshelf speaker plus subs. Why? What would the real difference be? Maybe just a little bit of the towers probably have more output capability a lot of times.
I think here's what I was thinking. If you're going to like start it up and just get going, 2 bookies and a sub, right? And then if you're doing TV and movies, that's probably the best thing. If you're doing like 2-channel, a lot of music listening, then towers. Add the sub later if you can't afford it right away, right? Like I feel like that might be like a differentiation, right? If you're into more music than you are watching TV and playing video games or whatever the fuck. I see. Right? Because then at the end of the day, if you start with 2 books, because I've done this plenty of times. I start with 2 books and a subwoofer, and then I'm like, okay, let me get a center channel. Okay, so now I got a 3.1, so I got like a soundbar, upgraded soundbar. And then I'm like, okay, now it's time to get towers. So you get the towers, put them up front, the bookies go backwards, right? The bookies go as the surrounds. So it's kind of like, like an upgrade path. It's not like just buying everything at once, right? So like logically, what would be the step, right? That's the whole part of the series, right?
I would say the ideal setup though would be 3 identical bookshelf speakers in the front.
Yeah.
For LCR.
For sure. Yeah.
And also if you think about an actual movie theater, those speakers that they're using in there, they're not full range speakers.
Yeah, no, they're not.
They're using a satellite setup, kind of like
yeah, of course, yeah.
Boom,
some sort of big square.
So if that's good enough for a actual cinema, why wouldn't you use that same idea for your home?
Yeah,
a bunch of bookshelf speakers, and I would say 80 hertz is still that magic number.
Oh yeah.
Let's say bookshelf speakers that even extra. If you can get them down to 60, that's even better. Just to give yourself a little bit of extra. Now the problem is Now we have stuff like Dirac Art, where it's demanding more of the other speakers to help out with even subwoofer duties.
I'm sorry, what duties?
So it, you know, Art asks the other speakers subwoofer duties. Yeah. So
You said
so it,
woofer. Woofer. I
so
didn't know you had a dog over there, bro.
yeah. In which case, if you're using Dirac Art, the more speakers that you have that can play lower, the better. That's why I'm excited to try it in your studio, because all of those speakers can kind of act as like not subs, but upper bass, like whatever you want to call that. Not sub
Super
bass, but
bass?
like mid bass. You can
Mid
use it
bass.
for mid bass assistance. You know. So yeah, I'd still say bookshelf speakers. So how about this? In my home theater, I had those big Arendelle towers.
Took them away, didn't you?
I took them out, put them to the side, and now I'm using the bookshelf S speakers. The towers
You
had
like those
3
ones. You
tweets
like
in
those
it,
ones.
and the other ones had a 6.5 and the same tweeter. And for my use case, I wanted them behind the screen.
Green.
The towers are not going to fit behind the screen in my situation. So the bookshelf speakers did, and once it's dialed in, can I tell a real difference? No. No, I think it actually sounds better this way. I like it this way better.
I mean, look, dude, M&K, Miller and Kreisel system I saw back in the day when I started doing this shit in the mid 90s, like there was no tower speakers. There was just fucking 3 tweeters, 3 mid ranges or whatever, or 2 mid ranges, 3 tweeters, all on all of everything. And then giant subwoofer, right?
I mean,
Giant push pull subwoofer.
Bose took that to the extreme.
Oh, for
Right?
sure.
If you could even somewhat get away with these little tiny cubes and a little bass module, not even a sub, didn't even do like crazy, no lows, right? But it still had the right effect.
Yeah.
Where it kind of sounded like bass was coming from these tiny cubes. If they could do it with that system, you could definitely do it with some good bookshelf speakers and a good sub, and actually like an electronic crossover where you could adjust everything. It definitely works acoustically, electrically, everything. It makes sense why it works.
You know what's interesting to me is that they made these ultra evolution elevation speakers. They're the exact same price. So they have 2 bookshelves in this new range. The smaller one, they call it the bookshelf Nano, and then the regular bookshelf. The bookshelf Nano and then their height speaker are almost identical. I think they're exactly identical. One just has the like angled baffle. So I'm curious to see if it's actually better to just use the bookshelves for heights instead of using the thing that has the angled baffle. You know what I mean?
Why would? Well, but the other ones are made to go up there though. They have the mount.
The problem is the tweeter is below the woofer. I don't like that. You know what I mean? The tweet it's upside down. It's an upside down speaker. Like it's woofer tweeter. Aiming.
Yeah, I get it. It's not ideal. Aim it to the side. Angle to the side. Now you're getting the horizontal response. Don't like it?
Yuck! I don't like that either.
Well, you like bookshelf speakers that are on a mount that are all like far out?
Yeah, they're like, because, and that's the other thing. Like, is that angle the optimal angle for my room? Right? We don't really know. Like, I might have to get like a fucking like a swivel bracket and on the back of that anyway to get it pointing in the right direction. Right?
If you look at Aaron's dispersion on the primes below the tweeter is the worst response.
What do you mean below?
Which primes are we talking about? We're talking about the new ones
prime
or the old ones?
I don't know. Well, the primes would be older ones.
Primes, prime elevations or primes? Which prime bookshelf? Which one are you talking about? Slim.
He's like, prime bookshelf, dick. Hurry. All right. Oh shit! What's that? Oh.
Let's see. I'll look them up. Prime
Hey,
bookshelf,
dude.
but applies to pretty much all of them. Prime bookshelf. Prime bookshelf.
Dude, what are you, crazy?
What happened?
DJI just came out with something called DJI Ronin Focus Pro with LiDAR. So it's like, remember that thing you told me to get with the little thing for your for the focus pulling, the little knobby guy? Yeah, it's like that, but it's automatic. It sits on the hot shoe on top of the camera, and it's got a little arm for your cinema lens. Oh, damn, look who it is, ladies and gentlemen. Woo, 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 woo.
What up? Karate.
What you gonna do? Oh, he's been practicing.
I'm just gonna run. I'm gonna take off running, man. It's the best self-defense there is. To run.
The best idea.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up? What up, Aaron?
What up, y'all? How y'all doing?
What's up? Man. You look like you're part of the military. Some kind of like.
That's just green with envy. Celebrating St. Patrick's Day a week late.
Okay. Hold on a second. We're talking about this. He said, Slim says, if you look at Aaron's dispersion of the other primes, below the tweeter is the worst. Is that true? I don't know that that's true. I don't know.
Aaron's like, I don't know what a prime is, man.
I'll put you to work while you're here. Welcome
Amazon
back.
Prime.
Welcome.
Prime energy. Back. Prime time.
Can you bring that up? The prime. Because Chana has his
it's Brando. He's like, glad he showed up. The other two guys. We're too boring for Brandon. Brandon got a new house. Congratulations, Brandon. Woo!
What up?
Well, I mean,
Brandon,
you just moved. The pool looks cool, and you got a lot of like bare walls. That's got to be awesome. You're gonna fill it up with TVs and shit. I watch.
He probably has a hallway that he's like multiple rooms. Like, I don't even know what those rooms are. I don't know.
It's another. It's a room. I don't want to go down
that hallway. There's a lot.
I don't. What's the question?
The SVS Prime bookshelf. Chana just got a bunch of SVS speakers, and he doesn't like that the elevation speaker is upside down, where the woofer is on top and the tweeter is on the bottom. Meaning where you're at, you know, the elevation, the one with the angled thing going on.
Yeah.
He doesn't like the fact that he's technically above the tweeter.
It's not the bookshelf speaker, right? It's the satellite surround speakers or whatever.
Yeah, but Slim was saying that pretty much most of them show that it's worse below the tweeter rather than above it. And I don't know if that.
So all I've really got is I've got the center channel, but I don't know if I count that one. So I've got the Prime bookshelf. Oh, I see. I misspelled Prime. I put in Pime in my vertical plot. Let me see how. Oh my God, I did it on all of them. How nobody's ever caught this? There's no R. It's just Pime. P-I-M-E. The Spinorama data has it, but the other ones.
That's funny. So nobody's finding your Prime videos if they're searching for Prime.
Nobody is. Yeah, nobody. I can't believe nobody, because y'all know how the internet is, man.
I see it. The Prime bookshelf.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see. I mean, it looks like the sweet spot is going to be at the tweeter level, but then
you have to choose which one's worse, above or below.
Let me blow this up and see. So
you have your website up or no?
Yeah, it looks like out of the two, between above or below, it looks like below is going to be better.
Ha! Take that.
Yeah,
I'm right, and you're wrong.
Yeah,
who's wrong? Me? Am I wrong?
Slim is wrong. Finally.
Oh shit!
No, we know what's going on now.
Assume that you're putting the elevation at 45 degrees and the baffle angle is 20. So best case, you're at a 25-degree off axis. Better to be able to aim them, is what he says.
Man, that's a lot of math.
I know. I don't know what that means. I don't know.
I don't know what you're saying. I'm just enjoying just being right for once.
This fucking guy.
I'm teasing.
Kids.
So what's new? What's new over here?
What is new?
I don't know. We're just talking.
I don't know. Brandon said he needs a sound bar. I don't understand. He's got like R11 metas. I don't think he needs.
And he reviewed that one with the gold. Remember?
Oh, he already has a sound bar with the gold. Yeah, the I don't forget what it's called.
Ultimia? No.
Ultimia. That's it.
Yeah. He reviewed those, and I remember I was talking about how I was interested in the fact that they had like actual individual, individual EQ for every speaker, and also maybe levels. Like, oh, that's promising.
Yep.
If they had delay, that would be great.
Yeah. Hey, you know.
Alrighty. What do I got here? I just tested so I went a couple weeks ago to test the JTR subwoofer outdoors in an open field.
I saw a video about it. I thought you were trying to like be a fucking mountain man over there.
Yeah.
You should have dressed up in camo so we would have not seen you. That would have been hilarious.
If I just be really still. Nobody else. But I got started looking at the data because I was going to try to get the review started tonight. And then I realized like I didn't do one of the tests, and that another test that I'd done, I had the microphone plugged into the wrong input. So it was collecting nothing. I was like, damn it. That lady got me frazzled, man. So
that Karen?
Yeah. Like I was trying to bang that out before I had to pack it all up, and I just wasn't paying any attention. So I tested it in my neighborhood, but I was able to get it done without anybody being pissed. I just had to be more efficient. Like the way that the test is ran with the Clipple, you basically set like a start voltage and a stop voltage, and you can say like what output levels you want it to increment by. Like, so normally if I'm out somewhere, I can just let it run free. I can say start at like really low and go to 2 volts, and then I can just come back later. But with this, I had to babysit it. So I had to like do it in windows depending on the frequency. But anyway, I got it done. So that's good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Luda.
Did you just make the bursts like shorter, or do they have to be certain length?
No, so the bursts are all shorter, but like let's say that I start off at like 0.1 volt input and I go up to 2 volt input. And then I say I want to do like every like half decibel step. So it's going to like every half decibel, it's going to hit that burst. And I do 4 averaging to make sure like there's no noise that's going to corrupt the data. So yeah, you can imagine like as you're incrementing that high up, it takes a while. You know, it is what it is. I don't know. She's too old for me.
Yeah.
She could be my sugar mama.
I don't know. Maybe some people are into that.
Into not working ever again.
You just gotta stay ready, bro. You just gotta work out, fucking, get those hip flexors on point, and you're good to go.
Quest. What is the question here? Can you read that?
What's up? I finally got some amps for my 5.4.4. I got 2 Outlaw 5000Xs, and I must say it wasn't night and day, but I definitely hear an improvement in clarity listening at reference. Big old smiley face.
All right.
Oh, yeah. I don't. It's tough to justify an amplifier add-on as like bang for buck, right? Like from an AVR perspective, like obviously 2-channel, if you get a big ass amp, it's a big ass amp. But like to like, is this $4,000, $2,000, $1,000, whatever it is, gonna be noticeable?
Yeah,
a noticeable upgrade. It's tough. It's not easily noticeable.
Yeah, but, I think it's because the ones that are in an AVR are typically decent. It's not like car audio. You're either using the ones in the head unit. How much power can that thing possibly put out?
I know. What is the head unit like?
All
this big?
The crap in there, it's trying to do. It's just too much. And before there was Class D, it's like there's no way that thing's going to give you real power.
Yeah.
Right? And so, of course, if you add an extra amp, that's going to be a pretty noticeable difference. Maybe that's kind of where the thinking comes from. But an AVR definitely has more space. So I think usually those are not as horrible as what you're getting with a typical head unit. If that's where the thinking is coming from.
Your head's a unit.
Yeah. You're a unit head.
Bro, my old Marantz that I used to have was 20 watts per channel,
dude.
And I love that thing.
Man,
I
bet that thing was dope.
Yeah, it was. Stupid fire.
You know what though? Like here's like all the old school dudes are like, yeah, but that was back when they had like good sound quality or good watts.
Yeah, and then you know that exact same amplifier that I love that I'm telling you about.
Yeah,
I've hooked up 4 ohm speakers because back in the days, all 8 ohm speakers.
Yeah,
you expect 8 ohm speakers for home 8 ohm. Huh? So I think I hooked up some ELACs or something like that, and then when the bass would hit, the thing would like want to shut down almost.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh well, forget
drawing
about
all the power.
Yeah, I can't handle that.
All the wind turbines or whatnot that are out there in California, they just stop spinning for a second.
Yeah. Before you came on, Chana was talking about getting a WiiM amp, and I was telling him the difference between the WiiM amp Pro, and then you reviewed the Ultra.
Dude, he has a shit ton of WiiM videos. I've been watching fucking Aaron's Ugly Mug for the last like 3 days.
I was just saying, I freaking love the WiiM stuff.
At least, Aaron, you got more hair this time, so it's fucking right. Dude, you're fucking
everywhere, man.
You've been working out, bro.
Problem.
Yeah, you're looking fucking, dude. Yeah. This guy, dude. If there were any girls going to Axpona, they'd be all over this guy. And he's got the dog. I bet you anything. You're walking around, walking the dog, bro.
The dog, he's got the
Listen, man. I take the dog to me. I take the dog with me to Target on a Friday night at like 8 o'clock. Lights out.
This guy got the formula. He got the formula.
My God.
He pretends he's blind.
I was nice to meet you. Sorry.
Can you help me out?
He's just groping women at the fucking Target.
Sorry.
My bad.
Excuse me.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Oh, it's funny.
I'm trying to decide if I just want to go for it. Not Target. No, Target, dude. Not Walmart. God, not Walmart. Target. Target's where it's at, man.
You know what I told Chana? I told him where to pick up the best place at like these pen shows. Did I tell you that?
Yeah.
Like
you mentioned that. Yeah.
Who goes to this?
Yeah.
Stationery
store. A stationary show. Yeah.
Quilting.
Yeah. Those are the spots. What were we? Oh yeah. So the WiiM amp. Do you think it's going from the Pro? I think I was saying that the WiiM amp to WiiM amp Pro, you gain the PFFB.
Yeah.
But then you lose the AirPlay.
Yeah.
Right. So but he said, okay, I'm going to have it connected to TV, so I don't care. Okay, cool. How much of a difference going from the WiiM amp Pro to the Ultra? Because I haven't reviewed the Ultra yet.
I think it's just like double the power, isn't it?
Yeah, double the power. That's the only thing. That's the only stat I could tell, and it's
and the screen. He said
$200 more.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember anything else being different about that particular one. Oh, hang on one sec.
$379 to.
Can you bring those up?
$529. Yeah, I can. I'm looking right at him. He's coming right for us.
Hey, did you connect with my lady over there who does all the WiiM stuff?
No, honestly,
I owe them so many videos because they've sent me so much stuff. They sent me the sub. They have all these like cool products, and I haven't made videos yet.
But are those things self-powered?
Look, I'm still talking about WiiM, just in a different format.
Are those all self-powered, Joe? Those speakers?
Oh, I have those too. Those little sound. Okay, yeah. I owe a lot of videos.
So maybe I shouldn't drop your name because they're gonna be like, "Oh, we said all this stuff to Joe. He hasn't done shit with this product."
Believe me, when I talk about something, stuff happens.
You talk about it.
Yeah, look,
stuff happens. Here's my question: is this on screen? We get the black one or the gray silver one? What do you think?
Ooh, the dark gray one is the coolest looking one, I think.
You think so? This guy here?
I mean, that's my opinion, and my opinion is always right. So,
well, it depends on what color your MacBook is. Duh.
Oh yeah, that's a good point,
dude. I got both.
Do you have the silver? Or do you have the space gray?
Yeah, dude. I got my silver one here for DJing, and the one I'm using here is the gray one for video editing. Come on.
There you go. Come on.
So what? Well, I need to buy 2 of these things. You know what? I'll get the dark gray one, and then just have your lady friend. I'll be like, yo, I'm trying to do a whole home thing. You send me some shit for a whole home situation.
Yeah, are you gonna use Apple TV?
I'll use Apple TV for
so they can.
and then Spotify for any kind of like whole home if we're doing a party or some shit.
Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify.
Man,
Yeah.
I knew somebody who did YouTube music. That should have been my first red flag. I should have known.
Yo.
I was like, what streaming service? Like Apple Music, Spotify? You know, she was like, oh, I use YouTube Music. I should have known. I should have walked away right then. But I stayed around.
You should have not gone on that date.
I know it. Should have known.
Hey, YouTube Music has a good engine.
Joe likes it.
It has a good recommendation engine.
But Joe is also not dating me. So I mean, like, I don't really, you know, like, that's fine. I'm glad you like it, but I can't send you my music because I don't have YouTube Music, and I don't want to send you music videos for every song that I want to share with you.
No, it doesn't. YouTube Music doesn't have the videos. It's just music.
No, I get that, but what I'm saying is, like, if you don't have YouTube, okay, so if you have Apple Music, you just click the little share button, and you send it to somebody, right?
Yeah.
But if they don't, then you either screenshot it and depend on them to go find it, which, let's be real, they're not going to. Or you go to YouTube, you find the song, you send them a link, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the struggle's real, man.
Worse if you use Qobuz. They're like, what the hell is Qobuz?
Oh, what is a Qobuz?
They said that they use Tidal.
What about Tidal? Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the vast majority of people don't know any of those two things exist. They're like, it's Spotify. They don't even know about Deezer or Crackle, like all these other things. Dude, do you know
what you just call me?
Crackle. You never heard of Crackle, bro? Come on.
I think I have. I remember Deezer was one that I remember. Dude, what about like
a partnership with Deezer? It was actually good.
There was Deezer. I had it. It was BearShare and Kazaa, Kazaa. Like that was like the LimeWire and stuff back in the day. But you could actually stream, I think, on Kazaa.
Oh, they tried to go legit.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was them. I'm not 100% sure, but
well,
how about if somebody tells you that they use Pandora?
I mean,
they don't even get to choose their music at that point, huh?
Yeah, like they're
letting it do what it's gonna do.
It sounds like this guy. Hold on. What are the streaming?
Stop it.
Okay, symphonic distribution.
Napster. You still got this WiiM on the screen, by the way.
Oh,
I think they got you with the ESS.
The ESS, yeah, dude. I was like, and like 100. What do you call it? 100 watts per channel.
You're gonna love it. I think you're gonna love it. I love all the WiiM products. Most of the WiiM products. The speakers, the WiiM speakers are not my favorite.
Got one of those.
Well, I mean, like, you look, I'll buy the like WiiM amp, the WiiM Ultra, and then email your lady friend and be like, hey, I got a WiiM Ultra. I want to do a video about whole home. You know, I've got 3 or 4 rooms in a backyard. What would you recommend to send to like have this, easy enough for my mom to use at some? Oh, and we're having something. She said something's happening. I don't know. I gotta.
Eddie MK says Marantz M1 has Dirac Live as an option. Is that right? How much is the Marantz M1? Because we used to.
Oh, dude, $1,000 bucks.
Kind of make fun of it because it was so freaking expensive.
I think it's $1,000. I think it's $1,000.
Okay, it better have Dirac Live as an option.
It better. Yeah, $1,000.
As an option, you're saying not included though. Like add another amount.
What, 350? Another fucking 350 license? Get out of here! Is that what it is?
Hey,
what?
there's something for everyone, right? That's what I like. It's just not like the Marantz M1 could be great, especially if you have Dirac. It might be great. It's just hard for me to be super excited when the price is so high because my expectations also go up. Along with the price. Versus with the WiiM, I'm like $300.
Right.
This thing can't be good. And then you say, "Oh, what the heck?
Yeah.
Why is it so good?"
So
that's why it gets me excited because I want more people to get into it, and it's so easy to say, just get one of these WiiM amp, get some bookshelf speakers, later on get a sub, and you're gonna have a great experience.
Yeah. So if you guys are wondering about streaming services, there's a shit ton more, right? This is like how I released my EP back in 2016. So all my music are on these platforms: Spotify, Beatport, Deezer, Tidal, Pandora, all this stuff, right? But if you go down here, this is all these places, right? Have you heard of Touch Tunes? That sounds pretty dirty. Music Works. These are all websites: BeatSource, Beatport, Deezer, the Music, like
the music,
the amount KK Box.
Ooh.
Please don't stop the music. Please
yeah,
don't stop the
Jazz,
music.
Peloton. I can get my music on Peloton. So it's just like there's just so many more that we don't even know about, right? Like
Eddie.
The main is like Spotify, Tidal, Kobuz. Do you see fucking here? Tidal's here. Kobuz not here.
So Eddie's saying made in Japan versus, you're saying like, so basically like because the WiiM is made in China, something like that. Yeah, that's a thing. If that's important to you.
I mean, it's the Marantz guy approved the sound from it.
Yeah, he did. He had to.
He did, right? He did.
Oh, good. Well, it depends. Like for me, I like stuff like this one's a Japan exclusive watch. Like I do care about that stuff. Like I'd like that this one is made in Japan and blah blah blah. Cool. I guess for me, I'm just less picky when it comes to certain things like a stereo. Do I care that the stereo is made in Japan? I mean, the Denon 6700H that you hooked me up with, Chana. Thank you again, as always. Is made in Japan, and I was like, hey, the knob feel is better on this than the 4800 that wasn't made in Japan. Like that's a real thing. So It makes you kind of feel like, oh, if the knob is better, what else is better in here?
Hey, bro, the M1 has no knobs.
What's that?
The M1 has no knobs. It's knobless.
I'm freaking wearing a Japan hat right now. So
what does that say?
Quality, huh?
What does this say?
Dodgers.
Does it really?
Bullshit. Yeah. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT right now. All right, I'm gonna screenshot this. Hold on.
How about you just tell me what the name is?
Yeah.
Anybody remember that episode from Seinfeld? The movie you selected is, if that's correct, press 1. Y'all remember that? He's like the movie phone dude, but he doesn't know what button people are like, what number people are pushing. And he's like, how about you just tell me the name of the movie you'd like to see? Never mind. Somebody in chat's going to get it though. I know it.
Somebody.
Hey,
Joe. The text on the hat is Japanese for dojasu.
Oh, wow.
That translates to Dodgers.
Yeah.
What?
Dojasu. Dojasu. DOJAASU means Dodgers.
So Eddie, again, I think just to follow up on what you're saying here, I know you're really pushing for the M1. You like your M1, it sounds like, and that's great. It's just harder for me as somebody who reviews stuff to be as excited about that for other people, right? It's just like the WiiM is an easy recommendation for most people. That's like if you're a watch guy, you'll see guys like, oh, the Casio, this and this, because it's an easy watch, it's cheap, and anybody can buy it. It's like $30. So that's all it is. It doesn't mean that that the other watch is not better, that the M1 isn't better and superior in many ways. It's just it's harder to recommend a $1,300 thing with Dirac or $1,000 thing without it than WiiM that's $300 that gives you a lot of EQ capability.
Yeah, because you can run Magic Beans and then export it out to that, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can run Magic Beans on either one. So realistically, the person who's going to buy the M1 is probably more likely to get Magic Beans, because they spent $1,300, versus somebody who buys a WiiM for $300. They're like, I don't want to spend over, close to $300 on Magic Beans. I freaking spent that on the hardware. So realistically, I should be pushing the M1, right?
Yeah, you should. I mean, it does have Hios. So what does that mean as far then we just have a bunch of Hios speakers around the house instead of the WiiM speakers? Oh, you know what? There we go.
Yeah.
Now I know what video to make.
Oh, comparison?
Yeah, let's do a whole home M1 and Hios speakers versus WiiM Ultra and their WiiM speakers. Is it WiiM? It sounds so fucking lame.
WiiM.
WiiM.
Okay, WiiM?
Yeah.
WiiM. All right. Well, that's a good video. People watch that and they'd be like, and they'd still be like, and if I said, hey, the WiiM is better, the WiiM system is better, people are like, I still like the Marantz better.
Yeah. What? So you have the WiiM speaker. What did they call it? WiiM Sound? That's a rough name. WiiM Sound.
I don't know. Let me see.
This is exactly what I was gonna say. WiiM Sound versus the Sonos
WiiM Sound,
speakers.
yeah.
The problem is, so I do have the WiiM Sound speakers, and the price is not lower than Sonos. When you have Sonos out there and everybody has Sonos, you got to beat them on the price. And I think the Sonos ones actually have more bass. So that's a rough one. I love all the stuff that they're doing, but that one's a rough one. Maybe they should stick with the electronic stuff, because once you start getting into speakers, subwoofers,
yeah,
it starts getting into.
You can't just like make the shit and like expect it to be good. It's got to actually be good and designed well.
Yeah.
The cheapest one is the Era 100 at $200. The WiiM is $229, so it's about the same price. But that's the WiiM Sound Lite, and then the WiiM Sound has like a fucking clock in the middle. And that's $300 with a remote control.
Yeah, so I have four of those WiiM Sound speakers
with the clock in it.
The one with the Marantz portal.
Yeah, you can turn the clock off, right?
Yeah, you can. It's not always on. It's pretty cool.
You know what? That clock might actually be a good idea.
It looks pretty cool.
I can put one of these in the fucking bathroom.
Look, not just the clock though. It'll show you stuff like what's playing on there. So it's a useful display. But the sound has to be there.
It's not that good. Is that what you're saying?
Like they're EQable, but it's not my first choice. If you say, should I get these or should I get the WiiM amp and some normal bookshelf speakers?
Oh yeah, but then that's now it's like more space
that
you're taking up, right?
I get it, but I would say that the Sonos one just sounds better.
Sonos one. How about this fucking Hios shit? What about this Hios?
I don't know anything about the Hios.
See, look at that. $249 for a Denon Home 150. Comes in white. $249.
Yeah, I haven't heard them, so they could sound great. I don't know.
Yeah, the big ones here, $549 each.
Yeah, I hope it's good. That's pretty big.
I mean, that would be good for the kitchen here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And if the M1 is sending all the Hios information to all the Hios speakers, I think
it'll be a good comparison.
Yeah.
My guess is that you're gonna find that the EQ ability of the WiiM app stuff and the compatibility and just ease of use, the app and all that is very smooth on the WiiM. But when it comes to those extra speakers, the Denon might be better, or the Sonos, or whatever you're using. Their actual speaker itself might be better.
Right.
Are you going to review that speaker, Aaron?
Which one? The WiiM one?
WiiM Sound.
I planned to, but honestly, I keep forgetting about it until like just now. I was like, oh yeah, got that speaker to review. So we'll see. I don't know.
You've listened to it though.
Yeah, I mean, I got it set up in my kitchen area right? So I like stream music off of it, and it sounds fine. I mean, I haven't listened to it with any sort of I don't know, rigor. I don't know,
Rigor.
rigor,
Rigor
rigor
mortis.
mortis.
I was about to say it. I'm like rigor mortis.
So here's a question: is Aaron going to Expo to see Andrew Jones's new speaker? That's all you're going for, right? That's the only reason you're going?
I'm going to see Chana.
Yeah, bro. This is a fucking boys trip. Boys trip.
I'm just going to see Chana. I'm going to hang out with my homie.
That's what I'm going to do. And I think we're going to walk around a hotel majority of the time.
That's what we do, man.
That's it.
Fun, man. I was supposed to be taking like photos and videos, and I try to. Like Chana does a really good job at it, but yeah.
If I can edit them and get them out like in like a week or two,
yeah,
that's the hard part, right? I still have shit I took video of, you know, if I'm doing like an interview or like see something cool or whatever. But
so, what do you think? Can you bring up the article with Andrew Jones's new speaker?
What is
I'm sure he'll like us talking about his new thing.
Please don't stop the music. Please don't stop the music.
What's it called again? Jones and
peanut black and blue brick.
Damn. Okay. Holy shit! Look at this thing. Hold on. I got a picture. Oh my god. This is fucking ridiculous. Look at this.
Right. What size drivers are those? I haven't even looked.
I bet it's a 10 and a 15.
You think?
No,
okay.
No, it can't be.
Like an 8 and a 12, maybe?
Nah, that's a 10.
It's a 10 and a 10. It looks like a 10 and a 10.
That one looks like a 10 and a...
No, because it ends here. It ends here.
Yeah, I think they're different sizes. I'm going to go 8 and 10, but...
8 and 10?
I don't know.
Is that an
Does
8?
It say?
Compared to Andrew Jones's head. That's an 8. Yeah, I'll say 8.
8 and a 10? 8 and a 10.
Yeah, there you go. So Andrew Jones has a new speaker that he's going to show at Expo, but also a speaker company with his name on it. Don't I sound like a press release?
You kind of do.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job,
I think it's still part of MoFi, though. Is that right?
Oh.
And now MoFi Electronics.
Well, who's Soretta?
No, that's his new company.
Bill.
Wait.
Andrew Jones and I don't know the other gentleman, but that's their company.
Yeah, this is a new thing. Yeah.
He still leads loudspeaker design at MoFi.
Yep, that's what it says right here.
Okay, so this is a separate thing that he's doing.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Is that right?
That's a debut in just 17 days at Expo in 2026. Well, it looks like I'll be interviewing Andrew Jones again.
So is it distributed by MoFi?
That's a good question.
I don't know. Because MoFi distribution is a thing. It's not, they sell stuff. So anyway, he has a new speaker, and it also has this. What is that coil thing that he has?
Oh, the field coil.
Coil. So I've heard him talk about this years ago.
Field coil concentric driver.
Yeah, he's like, there's actually this technology where this and this. I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
It's usually used in horn systems or single driver designs, not something that looks like it could scale into a broader product line.
Okay, so field coil is different. It's instead of using a magnet, you're producing that magnetic field using a coil that's powered in some way. Is that right?
I got to be honest with you, man. I really don't know. I'm not up on field coil stuff at all.
Well, I mean, isn't the point of a coil is like you can make it have a magnetic field by putting some electricity through it?
Yeah, I don't know what the benefit's supposed to be. Maybe stronger motor force or something. I have no idea. I should probably just stop talking because I don't know.
Well, in this article, they kind of mentioned that you can also adjust the magnetic field. Maybe it's more dynamic as well.
That's
maybe something like what are those called? Servo?
Yeah.
Remember how the servo is supposed to kind of like account for certain changes. So maybe that, I don't know. That's where I draw the line. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
I don't know. Snazzy new little landing page they got here. Get your tickets to Expona. I bet you. So the last 3 years I've been at Expona, I've interviewed Andrew every single time. Can this guy just stop making speakers so we can just like take? I don't want
to. He's tired of Andrew Jones. Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm trying. I'm like he's had something every year.
Yeah, that guy always clowns me every time he sees me too.
He what?
He clowns on me every time he sees me. Yeah, that's a joke.
No, he's a joking kind of guy. Here's the website. I didn't realize I wasn't. I was sharing the wrong tab. All right, so here, if you want to go to jonesandsoretta.com, and you'll find out about these other two guys, Jamie Soretta.
What is that other photo above that? Let me see. Oh, that's them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So why aren't those the speakers though?
No, those are dudes. Come on, man.
What kind of marketing is that? Let me show you these new speakers, and then let's model for these speakers that are not the speakers.
Terrible.
Take that, Andrew Jones.
Is that you're trying to come? Oh, poor Joe. Oh, poor Joe.
Take that.
So we'll probably see Andrew Jones' new speaker. I should fucking text his ass right now and be like, yo, should we set up a time for an interview or
what? Yeah.
I'm just gonna go so I can kick stuff.
What if we just walked around and just were menaces and just like walked around and just unplug like a negative pole on a speaker? People be like, "What's the fuck happened over here?"
What's something new that you guys could do while you're there?
Oh man, I don't know.
Anything new that you could do?
No.
Would you like a daily HiFi meetup?
Would you ever want to exhibit at one of these? I think exhibiting is kind of fun too.
Exhibiting is fun. We did it already.
Kind of neat.
You'd have to have your own speaker like Ron. I haven't watched that video, by the way. Have you watched the video? Ron New Record Days has a speaker.
Well,
I
knew that like
he's frozen. Your video's frozen.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Okay. Well, you're not in a weird compromising position at all.
Well, so thank God.
Not this time.
You got in a thinking position. It's like this.
Let me think. I was picking my nose.
That would have been hilarious if we got that.
So tell me, Aaron's really good at like talking without moving. It's amazing.
So yeah, it's a ventriloquist thing. I'm gonna jump out and then I come right back in.
Okay. So you haven't watched Ron's video?
No.
I have it on my watch later. I have it on my to-do list to go and congratulate him because that's a cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Here he is. Boom.
Boom. There I am. So I knew that he had speaker or a speaker or something.
Mm-hmm. He had. What had happened was.
I hope he had made a speaker great. I hope he sells a lot. You know, I haven't watched the video.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a new video about it because what I'm thinking of is like it's kind of older.
There's a video about it
6 months, a year ago. Or
no. Is that really how long ago?
There's one I remember seeing. Hold on. New record day speakers. I'll Google it. Years in the making. Made our new NRD 1 week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was last week. It came out last Tuesday. The video.
Oh no! What I'm talking about is.
To get some snacks.
So when I Google it, there's one that's called Introducing Aria, the stand mount speaker that redefines. That's the Google thing. That was January 28th, 2025. So there's been an update, I guess, on this speaker. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. So the Google short or the thing for the new video says, meet the NRD series, Ali and Maddie, designed for open. So is it a new speaker or is it a different speaker?
Yeah, so he has a video. I just went to the website right now.
Okay.
See, this is what you do if you're if you're a friend, you know, you kind of mention people's stuff. No shade at anybody in the past.
Oh, Joe's full of shade. Don't
Oh
fucking
yeah,
listen.
okay, forget it. I'm
All the
lying.
shades.
No, I don't know. It's just how I roll.
That's interesting.
Forget what anybody else does. This is I think it's cool if somebody makes something.
Is that a wideband driver?
Been working on? Yeah, look, I've seen that speaker for sure. I know I've seen this driver before.
Man, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of back in the day when I was testing just raw drive units for car audio brands.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them would remanufacture or rebrand like Tang Band stuff and things like that. So there's one manufacturer. I'm not saying these are it, but I'm just saying it reminds me of it. It's called Hybrid Audio Technologies, and I don't know if Hybrid is still around. But man, there was
I have Hybrid Technology speakers.
Do you? Okay. Oh, I do. I've got an 18-inch subwoofer for the back of my car. Duh. But man, there was a big fuss because people were saying that they were using rebadged, was it Timpani or Vifa drivers initially, and then they came out with their Legadia speaker that looked very similar to that. It was like it had the phase plug, and it was that copper color in there too, and it was a wideband driver intended for like 200-300 hertz and up. So
I think it's a good looking speaker. I'm a sucker for good looking stuff.
Yeah.
You know, the side panels, I think that looks good. Look at the wood on the side. That looks really cool. I don't know. So you got those, and I guess some floor standing versions. I think they look really cool. You know, I'm more of a fan of you know, a two-way with a waveguide would be.
Yeah, I want a tweeter.
Coaxial would be more my style. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, so many years of experience dealing with wideband and full range drivers. I prefer a tweeter. They definitely have a benefit depending on what you're going for, because they have that like really sharp imaging, but the sound isn't very wide because it narrows up quickly. You know, it narrows up like a 3 or a 4-inch driver. So you're talking like 2 to 3K, you start narrowing up. I'd be curious to see what the directivity is. I've always had, there's only like one full range driver that I've reviewed and I've enjoyed that doesn't have serious issues, higher in frequency. And that's like, they're $120 a pop. There's a ScanSpeak 10F, ScanSpeak Discovery 10F. And it's I think they call it their full range version. It's an 8 ohm, but you can't cross it lower than like 300 hertz because you'll kill that voice coil. Like you'll just fry that sucker. But that's a great speaker. So those measurements look like it's well behaved off axis.
So that's cool that they're showing some stuff, right? So
yeah,
you can kind of derive some information from the horizontal response. Yeah, you can kind of get some idea.
Yeah, so
I wish
that purple though. So is the purple like 60 degrees? Does it tell you? Look how low and level that is. That's fast.
Yeah, I guess
that scale is only 25 dB. So
what I would say though is that it's not impossible for somebody without a clipple to do directivity measurement. Like directivity, I can do directivity measurement.
Yeah,
with minimal gear.
Yeah,
right. It's not going to be accurate in the lower frequencies, but in the higher frequencies, I can show the directivity where it matters the most.
Yeah, you can dump that into ARTA or VisualCAD, VCAD. Those are free.
I would love to see a directivity because that's what I think is extremely important.
Right.
But yeah, unfortunately, there's not that. I'm seeing the on-axis response, which tells you something. Not enough information. But yeah, anyway, props to Ron. Hopefully these sound great. I think they look pretty cool.
Yeah.
They look great.
Yeah.
Good job. It's not easy coming out with a product.
No. Oh yeah. We'll see what happens. Good luck to him.
Yeah.
On that.
Yeah, for sure. Good luck, Ron.
What is that driver? I like you know what they kind of remind me of?
One of Danny's drivers.
Joseph Audio.
I think Joseph Audio's always got some good stuff, bro.
They got some sexy looking speakers.
No, they always do. Mm-hmm.
Let me see some Joseph Audio. Oh,
Joseph.
Shoot. Am I on point or what? Yeah, no wonder.
Show.
No wonder I said that. Because they have the little
Yeah.
base
Oh,
plug.
yeah. The little center.
Yeah.
thing.
So those are Seos drivers.
Base plug.
These are Seos.
Yeah. Looks like the Nextel cone, but I'm not 100% sure.
How do you know all this stuff?
Because, man, I've been testing drivers for like almost 20 years now.
Look at that. Come on, bro.
Whoa.
That's a good-looking speaker, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right. Let me see if I can do this. Yeah. All right. Can you bring my share screen up?
Yeah. Well, you can't do it.
I think you guys have to. Yeah. So those are the hybrid audio. That's their Legadia 3 SE. So so it's the inverter surround and the phase plug.
Actually, I'm using hybrid audio 6x9s.
Okay.
And a tweeter.
Are they Claris edition or something, or do you know?
They're old. They're really old ones, and they had the inverted surround.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they have the where the tweeter, it could either be a coaxial, or you could take the tweeter out, put the phase plug in, screw it down, and now you can use the tweeter separately.
I got you.
So whatever that model was, it's a pretty old one.
Man, they need to. Yeah. So
what was their stuff garbage or what?
No, it like their lower end stuff was not okay. So because it was, at least at the time, it was just kind of assumed to be rebranded OEM manufacturer stuff. Again, like Peerless or Timpani or Vifa, stuff like that.
That's not even bad, right? If you
it's just that like you could go out and buy the Ting. Let me see. Was it Vifa TG9? Let me see if that was it. Single full range. No, go away, you weirdos. Okay. Oh, that was one of the first ones that I DIY'd a speak or designed for. So that's not it, but it was somewhere in that ballpark of like lower cost drivers. And I'm just making up numbers here, but let's say like you pay $22 for this driver, but the other stuff was marked up to like $200 a pair or something like that, you know?
Okay.
And so that's, people were not happy about that. And that's actually what prompted somebody before me to start doing testing. And then I took over testing with the Clipple after that. And that was just for raw drive units. That was like in 2010, I think. But yeah, so I mean, seeing stuff like that. Oh, wow. So here you go. Here's where somebody did some comparisons against all sorts of different drivers. Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to think of all the other brands that use like a copper phase plug look at things. There's all sorts of them, man. There's one, what was the name of that brand? They used wood phase plugs. It was just purely cosmetic. There was no like heat sink or any kind of inductive properties for that, you know, like sometimes the phase plug is designed to distribute the sound more evenly, like a waveguide type, but then they can also benefit in regards to like pulling heat from the voice coil and a larger surface area. So it's like a heat sink for the voice coil. So they work a couple different ways, but those were just wood. They were just wood phase plugs. They looked awesome, but yeah, there were some issues with that.
I mean, aren't folk house speakers pretty much wood anyway?
That pulp stuff. Yeah, man. Let me see if I can remember the name of that brand. They started off as Hustler Audio. It was my friend in Atlanta.
Hustler, nice.
Hustler, yeah. Oh God, what was the name of that brand?
Just Chat GPT that thing. Gemini that thing. Is that what we're saying now? Gemini it.
Let me see.
Speakers with wooden phase plug. Voxative.
No.
ZR.
Nope.
Fleetwood.
Be a car audio brand too.
Planet.
Oh, pull up my photo bucket account because I've got pictures of them in there. I'm pretty sure.
ZR Speaker Lab, Fleetwood Sound, DeVille, louder speakers. No,
none of them.
Or car audio.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Take me out. Oh, Audible Physics. All right, hold up.
Okay.
No, good luck finding actually anybody that has. Oh my God. Dude, this is like a blast from the past. 2009. All right, I'm doing full on share screen. This is crazy, bro. Crazy, bro.
Doesn't he have a speaker tongue?
All right, can you do a share screen for me?
Yeah.
This is my old garage. This was 2009, so I was testing.
Oh, look at those beauties,
dude! I was just like, I just had holes cut into and just testing stuff out of it. Dude, using the amplifier out of my car. You can see the wires running from my car to those speakers. Dude. Look at all this true RTA stuff. All right, let me see if I can find them. So this was the brand. For sale, H audio review. Yeah, I gotta have something in here.
While you're finding that,
hold on.
I actually installed those.
There you go.
CA30 speakers. Wood. Oh,
yep. That's it.
Wood face plug, huh?
Yep. All right. So this is when I was testing the raw drivers. See, I definitely don't like the way this looks now, right? Like with the knowledge that I have now, but this was 2011 or 2010. So I camfered the back of it, right? Because if you don't, then you can get impedance issues and resonances. Yep. So there's my angles, right? So I moved the microphone. It was attached to a PVC, so it was always the exact same distance. But check this out, dude. There's got to be a picture of the baffle. The baffle. Look at the size of this thing, dude. This thing took up almost the entire room, and it's just a baffle. So that thing was 8 feet tall, because that's a 9-foot ceiling in there. And I don't even know how wide it was. But that thing was ridiculous, bro. Oh, look, I did put it on a boom. See, I learned. See, people think I'm new to this stuff, bro. I feel like one of these days I just need to drop knowledge on folks.
Aaron's look, not new to this. He's 2011, true to this, baby.
2011. You'll be like, oh, he just started a YouTube channel. Oh,
2011s.
My first clipple. This was 2011. Yeah, bro. Get you some, son. All right. Anyway, so that's when I was testing on the speakers. Look at those. Screw heads are bigger than the flange. Oh, and then I caulked it to smooth it out. Good God. And around that, yeah, I mean, oh, yeah. This is when I was testing to see what it was like without a baffle.
Oh, crazy.
Dude. I love this stuff, man. Straight up down memory lane. All right, I'll quit.
Wow.
But still, that's dope.
Yeah. What else? That's all I got. That's all. Yeah. I don't think I have anything else.
Well, that's good.
Except this. What is this? I just came across this. What is that?
It's not a tongue. It's a speaker hole.
That looks terrible.
What is happening here? How about this one? Mother of tone. Mother of tone. Oh,
Mother of cone.
Damn. Oh,
Mother of cone.
I mean, that's one way to do it.
No, it says mother of tone. Whoa! Wow! Nah. What is that? Why would you do that? It's a face and a wizard cone.
Are you sure that's not AI?
It almost looks like it.
It kind of does.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get out of here.
I mean, it is what it is.
Let's get out of here.
All right.
Let's get out of here now.
Hey, oh yeah, I was using those CA30 amps, those Fossey ones.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use them to compete. Nice. $139 amps.
Nice.
Because I don't care.
The car audio one? Is that one we talked about?
$139, 4-channel amp. I just think it's hilarious.
I mean,
and I don't see anything wrong with them. They're actually very quiet. Like I was worried they're gonna be noisy.
You've been running them?
I'm running them. There's no fan. My old one was a audio control one.
Yeah.
And it had a fan. So I would prefer one with no fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just so efficient now. You go, you touch it, like, oh, this thing's not even hot.
Just keep you a I'm not, never mind.
You gonna say fire extinguisher?
Nope, wasn't gonna say it.
Yeah. Hey, I think they learned from that other one that they did. Remember the other Fossey ones that were getting super hot?
Yeah.
They're using a different chip now.
Good.
The heat sink,
I think, would. I don't know. I don't know what was causing it to get so hot, man. But I remember. So we're talking about Ron a minute ago. I think Ron and I were talking about this when I think Ron had the same issue about it being just really hot.
No, one of mine died too.
One of yours died too. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because that was a stupid design. It was like all super powerful, like the power supply was huge on it.
Yeah,
and then the case was like all tiny.
Yeah.
Like nobody's complaining that the case is too big.
Yeah, right.
Make the case a little bigger.
You guys overcorrected. Yeah.
Get some air in there, get some movement.
Right.
But there's no way that you could keep those cool. I had to buy fans where I'd put the fans underneath it and then I'd put the amps on top of that. I'm like, there's no way I'm running this thing. Mine died while it was idle.
Really?
Like that.
Just chilling. It just got that hot.
I wasn't even using it. And I just turned. I'm like, what the heck? How come this one's not turning on?
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, definitely. I was checking on the car audio ones, and they're nice and cool. Yeah, they're using a totally different chip that's like really meant for high efficiency, low noise. So
good.
Anyway, we'll see what happens if I can win with those. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what's going on.
So this before we go, there's a thing here for Aaron. I took your idea, use a KEF HTS 2002.5 4-inch coaxial driver and mounted them in a car enclosure. Found an old thread of yours on DIY Mobile Audio. You've been on this for years. Cheap and good.
I remember those. Those are the plastic cone ones, I believe. Have like little. Yeah, I remember those. I think they were from the Egg. Were they from the Egg design? He'll have to tell me. I can't remember exactly what model they were from, but yeah, I think those are the first KEF drivers that I ever tested because I bought them myself and took them apart. So like I had like a black belt. They were kind of like shaped like a little bit of a convex or concave, I guess, depending on how you look at it. Anyway. Yeah, those are neat.
Yeah.
Let's get up.
We're almost there, buddy. We're almost there. Just a couple more weeks.
I know it, bro.
2 more weeks.
I know.
2 more weeks from 2 weeks and 2 days.
Cause mayhem.
Yeah. Mayhem. Hell yeah. Too bad you're not going to be there, Joe.
Yep.
He'll be there in spirit.
We gotta like shame him.
They gotta fly me out. They gotta put me in a hotel.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get a T-shirt printed up with Joe's face.
Oh, Joe, I'll find a hotel for you. I'm good at that. It'll be right next to the Hooters.
Oh my god.
That's an inside joke.
That place
No,
sucked.
it's not. It's no. I found us a hotel that was the most garbage hotel ever. It was right next to the Hooters.
Dude, there was blood on the freaking sheets.
That's what keeps it interesting.
There was blood on there. We roll in, and usually when you, dude. Like I was like, I just slept with all my clothes on top of the thing.
You were sleeping like this.
Yeah, dude.
Hugging yourself.
When you got to rip one, and if you're sitting on the bed, typically you just like maybe do a little lift, so you're not going straight in. Yeah. This dude over here, he just goes straight into it because he's like, why not? That's probably not the worst thing that's gonna happen. Straight in,
bad to see worse.
Straight down. That's just to give you an idea of how bad this place was.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, Joe, fly in, bro. I'll get you a hotel, bro. Fly in. I'll get you a hotel. You gotta trust me, though.
You gotta trust me.
I don't think I trust him, man.
He's gonna look for the worst hotel.
Yeah.
Hey, guaranteed that place had roaches.
Oh, probably, yeah.
I don't know which one's worse, man. Roaches or blood? And then was it like somebody got like shot blood or got stabbed blood or like a woman like bad time?
I don't know. We don't know, bro.
These are questions that I
want. But hey, free blood.
But hey, free blood. Did you get the knife?
Oh god, that was the worst. I can't believe that shit happened. That was actually kind of funny. It's sad.
La Quinta. What city was that? La Quinta.
God, I don't know.
Oh, the La Quintas.
It was La Quinta Hooters.
Costa Mesa. It was in Costa Mesa somewhere or near there.
Oh,
Oh man,
Ratchet Hour playlist. Okay, where is the
hourly rate place? That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
La Quinta.
La Quinta.
The Hooters is gone though. The place stayed, but the Hooters is gone. So here, this is how. Here's what the place that this guy chose.
That's it, baby.
Yep. No, that's definitely where you want to stay.
You know,
Definitely
You're
where
better
you're
off staying at the
not
Hooters and eating at the La Quinta.
oh my god, that was the worst place I've ever been.
Wait, what? Eating at the La Quinta?
Yeah, I was saying you'd probably be better off sleeping at the Hooters, but eating at the La Quinta.
I think what was happening was people were finding stuff at the Hooters and going to the La Quinta. That's what was happening.
Two birds with one stone.
You know. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. Now I'm hungry.
All right. Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, everybody. They shut that place down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe, come on out to Schaumburg, Illinois. We'll hook you up.
You know, hook me up. You're gonna find me a nice spot.
Yeah, I'm looking for Hooters in Schaumburg right now.
Dude, just cuddle with me. But you got to wear socks, man, because I've seen your toes. You got sharp toenails. I don't want to get cut, so you got to wear socks.
Oh, okay. What the? Oh, I can't find the La Quinta. Worst hotel ever.
La Quinta. I think that's French.
For disgusting.
Completely ridiculously bad.
I can't find it. Oh well.
Hey, Schaumburg. Nice. We'll see everybody in Expoda. What is that? 3 weeks? Almost 3 weeks.
What's that?
You looking for the photos, Chana? Is that what you're doing?
No, I don't know what is happening. I don't know what's
We're
happening. I'll be in Schaumburg, he says. Hooters, Schaumburg, Illinois.
No, don't Google Hooters in Schaumburg. We're not going to Hooters.
No, that's where Joe's gonna. I'll get him a place right next to Hooters. Okay,
that's fine. I'll pay half. I'll split it with you, Chana. Just to see Joe go in there. We'll set up cameras in your bedroom. Not for like creepy reasons.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, here. I have a picture of the door from that place. Check out this door. Well kept.
Oh
yeah.
That door's seen better days,
Look
bro.
at the bathroom, bro.
Yeah.
Man. Oh my god. Where was this?
It's freaking disgusting.
Like what city? That looks
that looked okay. But when you got closer,
yeah.
I mean,
like a UV light out and start like finding blood stains and stuff everywhere.
If somebody at the hotel where we were actually doing the show at was like, "Oh yeah, they got plenty of rooms across the street," well, I would have picked that, which is what happened the second night.
Look at the texture of this thing that just to hide everything that's on there. You know, if it was flat white, then you'd see how gross it was. Ugh.
Gross.
I want to go to Costa Mesa.
Yeah, Costa Mesa.
I want to go there.
All right, let's get out of here.
Let's get out.
All right, everybody, we are going to get out of here. We're going to call it a day, a night, whatever you'd like to call it. Make sure if you want to join the after show, which we're about to jump into, go to crew.dailyhifi.com and do that. Jump up in there, get all up in there. Make sure, of course, to follow us on our Instagrams, which are like Magic Beans Audio and Spatial Group, so that you guys can be up to date on our sales. Just like that one guy in the video, he saw the video a couple days later, and he's like, I wanted to buy Magic Beans, I wanted to buy Spatial Toolkit, but the sale was already gone at the time. So make sure you follow us on Instagram. And of course, on behalf of myself, Mr. Aaron Hardison, Mr. Joe and Tell, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
See ya.